Thanksgiving, as we all know, supposed to be about family. This time in 2013, it's very often going to be about conflict. In fact, we're expecting over 1,500 Black Friday protests just against Walmart. Now, they have a number of grievances with Walmart, with other companies that are, one, not increasing things like minimum wage, but specifically here making them work on Black Friday, but also on Thanksgiving when they feel like they should be spending time with their families. Now, everybody likes the deals that we see around this time. Originally, Black Friday would have huge deals. There was Cyber Monday, and gradually Black Friday has moved further and further back until I saw amazing deals last weekend, actually. We all appreciate the deals, but we understand that for us to get them, somebody needs to be manning those stores. And very often, there are people that don't get paid a lot, have no benefits, don't see raises despite the number of years of service that they give to these major corporations. And it's insult to injury to force them to work on that time, on that day as well. And so some corporations have decided to do some good things to try to do a little charm offensive, I guess, to sway people's opinions of their Thanksgiving operating plans, I guess. They are going to force people to work, but they're going to be giving them some perks. So let's talk about the perks. This is from Britt Beamer, the founder of America's Research Group. He says, last year, employees could still eat with their families and get to work on time. Now, retailers are opening up earlier and cutting into the dinner hour so that they have to go on a charm offensive. And so what he's talking about there is that traditionally some companies will make you work, but you don't have to come in until 6 or 7 to set up for Black Friday, but you still have time to eat earlier in the day. That is becoming a thing of the past. Now, some of the things that these workers are actually getting in exchange for being forced to work, usually with a threat of losing your job if you don't, among the publicly announced perks offered for those who will work Thanksgiving include a 25% discount on a holiday season purchase from Walmart stores. Wonderful. A relaxed dress code of jeans and sneakers at Toys R Us. Jesus. And Kohl's Corporation will provide funds for each store to help ensure the day is a fun one for associates. Now, a couple amendments I would like to make to that. If the funds are going to go towards putting a lock on the doors, that seems like a great way to make it a fun day for your employees. If they are allowed to wear those jeans and sneakers at home with their families on Thanksgiving, I think that that's a great policy. But so long as they have to work there, I personally am not that concerned with what they have covering their legs at the time. And I don't think that the employees are going to take much solace in wearing sneakers if it means that their families are home enjoying themselves while they're being forced to work, usually for a minimum wage. A couple other things, some of these are actually better because at least they're monetary benefits. Target Corporation said workers on Thanksgiving and Black Friday will get extra compensation on top of premium holiday pay. And Macy's Incorporated said it made out its holiday employee schedule early to avoid workers having to pick up their shifts, or to allow workers to pick up their shifts well in advance in a move to minimize the impact on associates. Now, if you're actually paying them more, I'm more on your side. I still don't like it, but I am more on your side. Now, the fact that you're giving them double pay when you're already paying them a shitty wage that I think should be doubled every day of the year, that doesn't make me much more on your side. But at least the money is a little bit better. Now, what Macy's is doing is what I think is, for a company that just at the end of the day is not going to shut down, is probably the best thing they could possibly do. If you open up for volunteers to work months in advance, that's something. Because some people either don't celebrate because, like me, they don't have family in the region. I'm going to be spending it with my dog, so whether I come into the studio or not doesn't really affect me. Some people in terms of their cultural background, or maybe their first generation, or they just choose not to celebrate the holiday, that's perfectly fine. And if they want to work, and if you can staff your store purely on that, I don't think anyone would have a problem with you. The problem comes when you force people to work. When you say, if you do not show up, we will fire you. We don't care if you've worked here for a year or 5 years or 10 years. If you're not here on Thanksgiving, or likely on Christmas as well, we will fire you. That's when people have a problem, and that's why so many people are going to be engaging in these protests around the country when it comes to Black Friday. That's why Walmart is being forced to go to the Supreme Court and ask them to block these sorts of protests. I don't think they're going to be successful in that, but they feel the need because of the huge amount of pushback that they're getting.